Alright, so here we are again, and I'm going to start straightening out some of this stuff. You can see my lines are looking pretty jaggedy, and I want to straighten those out. I don't want to get too far ahead. So I'm going to go back to the dark purple one, and take my little tool here. Well, first highlight the big dark purple one, unlock it, highlight it, and go in here and just kind of go around the outside and just stylize this a little bit. Sketching this out, yep, just lightly. Another thing is I really like the point on the ear, so I'm going to take this tool, this point tool, and I'm going to grab this point and try to screw it up as badly as I can get. Okay, so zooming in really helps. And I really like that point, so what I'm going to do is convert this to an anchor point. Just like that. Okay, there we go. And now probably move this one down just a little bit. Once I start getting in the flow of moving points around, it's very easy. Okay, maybe this one will be an anchor point too. Just like that. And I like these at the end. So I'm going to harden those up as anchor points. Just like that. Alright, so that's done. That piece is all complete. So I'm going to take it and lock it. And go on to the eyes. The eyes really need help. So the eyes, click on them, highlight them, highlight both of them at the same time. That way I can work on both. Okay, this one. Remember, you're not locked to your sketch. Don't get caught up on the fact that it might not line up perfectly with the sketch. That is what vector is all about, is making it better. Just a different form of artwork. Okay, there we go. That's all locked out. Okay, and the purple mask. Let's work on that. Okay, next is the pseudo stroke. I want to make sure I start capturing this ahead of time. That way I don't get too far ahead. Okay, now this item here needs a pseudo stroke around it to make it more interesting. How I do this is hold Alt or Control on the Mac, click on the object with this tool, and it will make a new one. Okay, I will make a new layer here, throw it down, and move it down to that layer. Just like that. Now, make it black. Okay, now that it's all like behind it, I can lock the purple one and go to the black one and move it around a little bit and take the warp tool, which is my favorite tool. Now if you double click the warp, what it'll do is give you the intensity. I don't really want a whole lot of intensity. I want just like maybe 20%. Okay, and holding command and shift, clicking, dragging, I can make a pseudo curve by going in here and warping some of these points. Okay, things you want to puff up more. Generally, I just kind of go around the whole outside edge and just make this line a little bit thicker, and it always turns out really well. And if it doesn't, I smooth it out in spots. Alright, so there we go. And to see how that looks, you just go ahead and click anywhere. Now, there's probably some spots that probably need help, but you get the general overall idea of what the pseudo stroke does. It makes it more interesting to look at. Okay, let's go to this one. I kind of want to warp this so it's out further. And then take the pseudo curve and warp it so it's out further. Anything along the lines that might get touched by the pseudo stroke or need to be locked out will always be the case. Good. Okay, same thing with this one. I'll do it one more time, is click on the object, unlock it, click on it, hold Alt, click and drag. Okay, that makes another one. Make a new layer, throw it on that layer. Make sure you put it just in back of the original purple and turn it black. Okay, lock everything else except for the top one, and go in with your warp tool. Stuff like this, I really like to warp points. Alright, so there we go. And we'll add some more elements in the next video.